Care to further explain what you meant when you said there are issues in the U.S. just like any other countries, and that people should not bow down to such comments?
Yes, I went to the U.S. for asylum in the 1990s. I stayed there, I lived there. I'm grateful to the United States for what they did for us and what they did for so many Liberians even living there now. However, I know the sovereignty of other countries and what they stand for. And I believe that it's important that Nigeria has been a nation that has also been part of a peacekeeping process, not only in Liberia but other places. So I view this statement by President Trump as a challenge to this great nation, which we consider our big brother. But we also want to say that there are challenges in every country. I live in the U.S. There are some areas in Newark, New Jersey you don't go to. There are some areas in California you cannot even attempt to go. So before you begin to talk about other countries, I think it's good reflect on what are the issues in your country as well.
But there are challenges here. So how do you think ECOWAS, working with our host country, can address these issues of security, which are of serious concern to a whole lot of the members of parliament here giving the discussions today?
Yes, there are issues everywhere, as I said, Julius, and even in our country, you know there are issues. There are people dying sometimes without even people knowing why they're dying. We had issues last year with the House of Representatives, but what we want to do is make sure that we're taking care of our individual challenges, and that I believe that Nigeria is doing, and I believe the sovereignty of Nigeria is important. I believe this celebration of ECOWAS also on the 50th celebration, President Trump as a challenge to this great nation, which we consider our big brother. But we also want to say that there are challenges in every country. I live in the U.S. There are some areas in Newark, New Jersey you don't go to. There are some areas in California you cannot even attempt to go. So before you begin to talk about other countries, I think it's good reflect on what are the issues in your country as well.
But there are challenges here.
A member of the People's Unification Party, what can you say about your connection to the UP?
The first thing I want to say is the first connection I have with the Unity Party is they are our colleague in terms of political party establishment, and we all have the same guidelines under the electoral process supervised by the National Elections Commission. So we are counterparts. So if a counterpart or a colleague of us having an event they invite us to, we see as a pleasure to honor said invitation. And besides the party, any other political party for that matter having an event of such they invite us to, we will come there. But like normally they say in court, in the Latin word legal, they say the court shall not spa sponte. That is, the court will not go out looking for people yelling, oh my poor court, you can't sue me, oh, I'm looking for people to judge our cases. No, so I said this to say that if other political parties who are our counterpart having an event, they don't invite us, we don't go there. We move on the basis of invitation, and we don't go out and say, oh, this political party, we are from the People's Unification Party, recognize us, invite us. No, we don't do that. So our come here were purposely on the basis of invitation. And like I said to you, the Unity Party, they are a political party like us. They enjoy all of the rights and privileges under the guidelines set by the electoral process, so the electoral commission. So likewise, ourselves. So it is our hope and prayer that when we ourselves having an event of such, when we invite them, they can also honor our invitation.
The PUP has a very strong root in Bonk. You've had former Representative Toba John Moba, you've had former Representative Edward Kafia. Now you are there as a representative from the PUP. It has a very strong root in Bonk. And now there is a trend of political parties going towards building headquarters. It started with the CDC, now is a UP. Do we expect any move of such from the PUP?
I don't want to say that because I'm not an official spokesperson of the People's Unification Party.
Okay.
But what I can say to you, the lessons learned from other political parties is sufficient for us to decide as to whether we can venture into construction of a political party headquarters or not. But what I can say for now is the PUP is doing everything to rebrand its membership across the county in order to become one of the formidable forces, as you are aware of, in terms of electoral politics in Liberia. You know, since our existence in 2014, only one election we went to, we lost. That was the election with the replacement of the late, may his soul rest in peace, Elder Malison Guion, Aaron Guion, Elder Roland Malison Guion of Grand Jude. Besides all of the elections that the PUP has participated in.
I stand before you today with a deep sense of responsibility, gratitude, and national purpose. World AIDS Day is not merely a symbolic observance, it is a solemn moment when the world pauses to reflect on progress achieved, challenges remaining, and the responsibilities that demand collective leadership. Since 1988, World AIDS Day has united nations in a remembrance, solidarity, and action. It has created a global platform to honor the millions we have lost, support those living with HIV, and recommit ourselves to building resilient health systems that protect every life. This year, the global theme, Overcoming Disruption, Transforming the AIDS Response, calls for resilience and innovation. At the national level, our team, Mobilizing Domestic Support, Transforming the AIDS Response, reflects Liberia's determination to strengthen ownership, deepen accountability, and build a sustainable HIV response rooted in Liberian leadership. Liberia's joining the HIV response is a story of courage, collaboration, and perseverance, as stated when Dr. Flomo gave his speech and overview. Our progress has been driven by deliberate policies, community-led actions, and an unwavering commitment of health workers, civil society partners, and people living with HIV and AIDS. In 2016, only 20% of people living with HIV knew their status. 11% were on treatment, and none had achieved viral suppression. Today, 86% know their status, 81% are on treatment, and 95% of those on treatment are virally suppressed. The 2024 Spectrum estimate confirms further progress. New HIV infections declined by 69%, and AIDS-related deaths fell by 74% over the past decade. More than 30,000 Liberians now receive life-saving antiviral treatment. Yet, challenges remain. 14% of our people living with HIV are still undiagnosed. Vulnerable populations continue to face disappropriate burdens due to stigma, discrimination, and limited access to services. We must intensify our findings, expand community outreach, ensure that no Liberian is left behind. Our national HIV response still relies heavily on external funding. Changing donor landscapes demand that Liberia strengthen its domestic financing base. The National AIDS Commission, with support from UNAIDS and partners, has delivered and developed a national HIV sustainable roadmap, a blueprint for long-term, sustainable, accountable, and leadership. As Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, I reconfirm this government's commitment to increase domestic financing for HIV prevention, testing, treatment, and program coordination. Liberia must take full responsibility for the health and well-being of its people. On behalf of the President of Liberia, who is the head of National AIDS Commission, I, Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kool, commit the following. 1. Strengthen domestic financing to secure the future of HIV response. 2. Expand community-led initiatives to reach vulnerable populations and eliminate stigma. 3. Integrate HIV services into broader health system for sustainable and reliance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to officially launch the National HIV, Syphilis, and Hepatitis B triple testing initiative for all pregnant women in Liberia. Liberia has a coverage of the dual, that is HIV and syphilis testing, increased from 10% in 2017 to nearly 96% in 2024. This means that over 1,300 newborn lives was prevented from HIV, and more than 2,300 advanced birth outcomes with triple testing. We will protect mothers and newborns through integrated care. As we commence World AIDS Day, let us honor the memory of all those we have lost and stand with all Liberians living with HIV and AIDS. Ending AIDS is not an aspiration, it is an achievable national promise that requires unity, courageous leadership, and sustained domestic investment.
It reflects progress, and that is more persons living with HIV are alive today because treatment is working. Fewer people are dying because our health system is improving. More people know their HIV status because testing services have expanded, and those on treatment who achieved viral suppression are not transmitting HIV to their partners or children. These outcomes demonstrate that the national HIV response is progressing. It also shows that our treatment programs implemented by the Ministry of Health, our local and international partners, are saving more lives than ever before. When people stay alive, the numbers may appear higher, but behind those numbers is a powerful message of hope. HIV is no longer a death sentence. People on treatment can live longer, healthy, and productive lives. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of progress we must build upon. But progress also requires collective responsibility. It requires that the public discussions about HIV should remain grounded in facts, compassion, and national unity. Liberia cannot allow misinterpretation, stigma, or fear to disrupt and weaken the momentum we have worked so hard to build. Today, I want us to shift the national conversation from fear to understanding, from blame to support, and from silence to informed action. This year's World AIDS Day should remind all of us.
Yes, we are increasing the budget, but our challenges are also increasing. One thing that has increased materially is our debt service burden. It's increasing, it's galloping. Yes, we have a $1.2 billion budget, but I need to tell you, debt service is competing with two sectors, health and education combined. Health and education combined is taking $233 million of our budget, but debt service alone is taking $230 million. $230 million. As people may say, why do we have to pay our debt? The first claim on revenue according to the BFM law is debt service. If government does not pay its debt, the banking system here will be challenged and will cause instability. And if government doesn't pay its debt, some of our partners from whom we get financing, including the World Bank, will sanction us. So, in fact, the obligation is even higher than 230. It's upwards of 300 million. We're trying to restructure. So, no, people don't talk much about debt, but debt is raveling two critical sectors. Imagine. But, yes.
Whether economic, social, or global, should not derail our progress. Instead, They should push us to transform the AIDS response with stronger systems, community leadership, and sustained domestic investment. I want to close with a message that speaks directly to the heart of today's commemoration. Liberia cannot end AIDS without embracing people living with HIV. They are mothers raising families, young people pursuing their dreams, workers, leaders, advocates, and citizens who are contributing every day to the growth of our country. Their full inclusion is essential to stopping new infections. Together, let us build a future where every Liberian is valued, supported, and empowered to live a healthy life. Thank you.
Together, we can end AIDS in Liberia. Together, we can protect future generations. Together, we can build a stronger, healthy, and more resilient nation. I thank you as we are Think Liberia, Love Liberia, and Build Liberia.
They have one seat in all legislative elections they have participated in. Yeah.
Yeah, you made mention of your strong root to lead party, owing that to the current speaker, Rachel Kool. Could you elaborate on that?
No, I'm saying to you that Rachel Kool is my mentor. I don't see him as a colleague, I see him as a father. And in terms of legislative experience, he went to the legislature before me. He has experience than I do. In terms of leadership, he has served in other places before me. In terms of age, wife, he been around for a couple of years before I came. So I see him more as a father, as a big brother, as a mentor, and I'm learning a lot from him. I'm so excited to pair with him at this time. So I'm saying to you that he's a member of the Unity Party, and because he's from the Unity Party and he's my friend, many times we have conversations of party politics, and we try to understand. Sometimes he tried to update me with working in the Unity Party, and myself updating with working in the People's Unification Party, and see the synergies, how these political parties, what all we have in common. How do we work in terms of keep fostering the interests of the Liberian people? So like I'm saying, we're not here as a political party just for the mere name that we are a political party, only in terms of electionary process. That's the thing you see are relevant. No, we are in competition with nobody. We concern more about Liberian people. And I think that, like I said, on the platform, if this government fails, every one of us fails. Because we are the first branch of this government. So I don't want to be one political party or form part of a political party that will be wishing for evil against the government. No. I think we all need to support the government in the best way possible that the government can succeed. If there are issues, or I would say policy formulation, the government is not performing on, then we can get to the electorates in terms of advocating. That's it for instance. The issue of the bread and butter issues. If we think the bread and butter issues are not being met by this government, we should be able to bring an alternative how we can meet up with the bread and butter issues. And not just to castigate, no. We must be able to define a clear methodology that people will understand that when implemented, those bread and butter issues can be met. Take for instance, we're saying the government is not doing well in assuming the government is not doing well in rural rehabilitation. What mechanism are we putting into place that you can be able to draw a full roadmap that will be able to convince the electorates that when given the opportunity to serve, you can do much better in terms of rural connectivity as compared to the current government. It's not only to sit and just spread out advocacy. Oh, the government has failed. The government is not doing rural connectivity. The government has failed on this. Yes, if the government has failed, I come back asking you, what are those mechanisms that you think we as the voters, you will be able to convince us to give you a chance? This is what we're talking about.
Finally,
lastly, not many names are being rumored to be be eyeing your seat for 20 or 20 or 29, that would be a testament of your good work in District 2. Would you seek re-election?
Let me say this: I don't want to buy into your analysis. That is a testament of my good work in District 2. As far as I'm concerned, I was elected for a mandate, and I'm focusing on implementing that mandate. And in terms of my grading, I normally grade myself that I have done nothing. Because if I start to grade myself with a passing mark, I will start to feel comfortable and I will not do the work for the people. So it is better that I see it from a different perspective and see those challenges to work with it. So as we speak currently, our focus is the rule in 2029. When 2029 comes, 2029 will avail itself.
Lastly, there is a presidential bill at the House of Representatives where the president is seeking the abolition of female genital mutilation. As an affiliate representative to the Unity Party, where do you stand on this bill?
Well, I don't know why you're just so quick to take me as an affiliating representative of the Unity Party. I don't know where that comes from. I'm also affiliating.
But you just said it, yeah.
I said any other party. Now the Unity Party, even the CDC.
Okay.
I had good friends in the CDC. So, you know that I support the CDC 2023 elections.
Where do you stand on this subject,
They don't
sir?
see me as an affiliating member again. No, I still remain.
I don't think so.
Pardon me?
I don't think so.
Then they will be unjust to me. I supported the CDC 2023 election.
It's good for us to have this understanding so that we know what exactly the labor minister is doing at the ministry, how many work permit is he revoking or not renewing, and what happening to those positions and the opportunity for jobs for Liberia. Well, he will speak to that mostly. So I just wanted to thank the minister for stopping by and thank the chairman for the leadership. I would thank President Walker for initiating this.
Before we speak to the minister, following this engagement, meeting of the minds, as you term it,
Right.
What kind of Senator Delon are we going to see?
Oh,
henceforth?
the same deal I want job for Liberians. We shouldn't be giving work permit for jobs that Liberians.
Senator, do you still hold a view that jobs for Liberians are being allegedly sold to foreigners?
When we're receiving money for work permit for revenue, that's still in my view. So it was not that the minister was setting his job. We, the government, you just heard me day before yesterday in session on a draft budget. If we are projecting, if the executive is projecting $10 million, $11 million in revenue collection from the Ministry of Labor, and I said that as a senator and pass that budget, it means I'm asking the minister to go bring that money to contribute to the revenue, and the source of that revenue, part of which is written on paper, is work permit. So I can't pass a budget that says Labor Ministry should go bring X amount of dollars. They have been asking why.
Can we now say that your doubts have been cleared?
No, not that my doubt has been cleared. There's an outcome we're seeking here. Jobs for our people. That advocacy is not going to rest.
Honorable Minister, welcome to the media. You're here this morning, let me say this afternoon, in the office of Senator Delon. You can bring us up to speed what the conversation today has been surrounding.
Well, thank you. I want to thank you very much for giving. I want to thank the senator. I want to thank the chairman of the Senate Committee on Labor. I like to put it this way: in government, running government, there will always be agreement and disagreement. And sometimes people say you disagree to agree. And what has happened here is that perhaps there was some missing link in terms of communication, in terms of the flow of information between the executive at our level and the Senate Committee. And we've now agreed to take steps to make sure that those missing links are taken care of. We have agreed basically that on a quarterly basis, some of the good things that we do at the Ministry of Labor should be communicated to the community so that the community will have an idea of what we do. And we will be recommending to the committee as well. Their concerns are legitimate to say, look, we need to find a job for Liberians, which we are doing. But that information may not have been reaching them the way it should be. So we want to make sure we work on that. And we'll be making further recommendations to the committee and say, look, maybe we need to look at the law itself, because that's their responsibility is to make the law. Can we amend some provision of the law to make it clearer? so that even anybody lay person reading the law will understand. Because if we were to amend the law and say, look, every concession Liberia should bring foreigners.
This is the first time we have money in the budget for HIV and AIDS related activities. So let's give a hand of applause to the President and the government of the Republic of Liberia, as well as the Finance Minister who is here today. All protocol observed. And when I say I mean the Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kool. I stand before you today with a deep sense of responsibility, gratitude, and national purpose. World AIDS Day is not merely a symbolic observance, it is a solemn moment when the world pauses to reflect on progress achieved, challenges remaining, and the responsibilities that demand collective leadership. Since 1988, World AIDS Day has united nations in a remembrance, solidarity, and action. It has created a global platform to honor the millions we have lost, support those living with HIV, and recommit ourselves to building resilient health systems that protect every life. This year, the global theme, Overcoming Disruption, Transforming the AIDS Response, calls for resilience and innovation. At the national level, our team, mobilizing domestic support, transforming the AIDS response, reflects Liberia's determination to strengthen ownership, deepen accountability, and build a sustainable HIV response rooted in Liberian leadership. Liberia's joining the HIV response is a story of courage, collaboration, and perseverance, as stated when Dr. Flomo gave his speech and overview. Our progress has been driven by deliberate policies, community-led actions, and an unwavering commitment of health workers, civil society partners, and people living with HIV and AIDS. In 2016, only 20% of people living with HIV knew their status. 11% were on treatment, and none had achieved viral suppression. Today, 86% know their status, 81% are on treatment, and 95% of those on treatment are virally suppressed. The 2024 Spectrum estimate confirms further progress. New HIV infections declined by 69%, and AIDS-related deaths fell by 74% over the past decade. More than 30,000 Liberians now receive life-saving antiviral treatment. Yet, challenges remain. 14% of our people living with HIV are still undiagnosed. Vulnerable populations continue to face disappropriate burdens due to stigma, discrimination, and limited access to services. We must intensify our findings, expand community outreach, ensure that no Liberian is left behind. Our national HIV response still relies heavily on external funding. Changing donor landscapes demand that Liberia strengthen its domestic financing base. The National AIDS Commission, with support from UNAIDS and partners, has delivered and developed a national HIV sustainable roadmap, a blueprint for long-term, sustainable, accountable, and leadership. As Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, I reconfirm this government's commitment to increase domestic financing for HIV prevention, testing, treatment, and program coordination. Liberia must take full responsibility for the health and well-being of its people. On behalf of the President of Liberia, who is the head of National AIDS Commission, I, Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kool, commits the following. 1. Strengthen domestic financing to secure the future of HIV response. 2. Expand community-led initiatives to reach vulnerable population and eliminate stigma. 3. Integrate HIV services into broader health system for sustainable and reliance. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to officially launch the National HIV, Syphilis, and Hepatitis B triple testing initiative for all pregnant women in Liberia. Liberia has a coverage of the dual, that is HIV and syphilis testing, increased from 10% in 2017 to nearly 96% in 2024. This means that over 1,300 newborn lives was prevented from HIV, and more than 2,300 advanced birth outcomes with triple testing. We will protect mothers and newborns through integrated care. As we commence World AIDS Day, let us honor the memory of all those we have lost and stand with all Liberians living with HIV and AIDS. Any AIDS is not an aspiration, it is an achievable national promise that requires unity, courageous leadership, and sustained domestic investment. Together, we can end AIDS in Liberia. Together, we can protect future generations. Together, we can build a stronger, healthy, and more resilient nation. I thank you as we all think Liberia, love Liberia, and build Liberia.
We have to make use of time. Today is Monday.
So folks, welcome. You're watching
of course,
from
it's World
Africa
AIDS Day.
Live. And
Band, please give us
of
a
the
sound.
Capitol Building bring you live coverage of World AIDS Day 2025. And we have Sarah's thing.
That our World AIDS Day celebration today is such a great success. I would also like, as we approach the end of the year, to say thank you to all stakeholders in the fight against HIV for the efforts you have made working smart and hard to contribute to our achievement as a nation against the fight with the HIV epidemic. Over the years, HIV programs and initiatives designed for key population, key and vulnerable population has remained impactful and contributed immensely to our achievement of the global HIV goals as a nation. However, it is important to note that a recent cut in donor fundings and change in funding policies have greatly affected programs that are tailored and designed to address key population HIV issues. This, we believe, if not addressed timely, has the propensity to negatively affect progress and gains made over the years for HIV achievement for key population. We at the Pride also appreciate all partners who over the years, despite change or cuts in fundings, who have contributed and continue to support key pop activities, identifying it as very essential if we must achieve our HIV goals by 2030. Okay. So as we continue to engage our fight against HIV and AIDS, we at Lipra also remain convinced that we all need to do this in one voice, saying no to stigmatization, no to discrimination, no to hate, and ensuring that no one is left behind. We remain committed, we reaffirm our commitment as a partner in the fight against HIV and AIDS, ensuring that the price stands with all other partners such that Liberia is able to achieve its global goals in end HIV by 2030. This is something that we all can do, and we all will continue to work together as stakeholders in the fight against HIV to ensure that our global goals are achieved by 2030. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We are still taking remarks, but I'd like to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Gender, Honorable Gbemi Harris Kool. You are welcome, ma'am. Let's go to our lineup for remarks. We will now take faith-based organization. Do we have a rep here? Please put your hands together for Sister Barbara.
And the resolve to go the distance and end AIDS in Africa. Thank you very much.
More than 1,000 per concession. It's easier to implement something like that because all we have to do is open a chat at the beginning of the year for Senator as we bring 5% we market. Once we reach that limit, we close it. And then we expect that all other processes you want now as employees will be Liberians. Those are things we want to look at. But for the time being, what we have, we are taking steps to make sure that those jobs that we believe Liberia can do. That's why they say the minister should be satisfied. That discretionary power we'll continue to use until we can get to a point where both the Senate and ourselves can be on board. But for the time now, we think we have a basic understanding to work together. We have a basic understanding to remain engaged constructively, so that this is a government. In the interest of all of us, we have to work for the people of Liberia. We have to be able to do something for our citizens. It's not just working. The question of job, for example. And I tell you where we are would be when we adjusted the work permit. We adjusted to 3,000 to say, look, some of these companies will now begin to reduce non-essential workers because if you can find Liberian to do a job, you will now want to bring somebody to pay 3,000. Last month, Pierre Martin sent by 357 of their workers and said, look, we replace them with Liberians. 3 days ago, AFCON sent out 247 cancellation. WHBO sent out 15 yesterday. So this is taking effect. It's taking effect because we started in September. And by next year, we'll have a broader understanding of the impact. But it's in our interest to work together as one government. This is one government we're running, one common denominator we have in Liberia.
What has been
your
position on Senator Dillon's stance before this engagement, when he continuously championed the issue of work permit not being sold? Did you see him as being unnecessarily critical, or did you see it as an exercise of his legislative duties, functions?
Well, what I said is that there was some missing links in terms of communication, in terms of engagement, and those are areas that we've agreed to handle. And I believe henceforth we will have better understanding. We'll continue to engage each other constructively. If the committee has the power, authority to send for us anytime, say, look, minister, come here, that's something we don't want to
Okay, folks, this is the morning ride, and we are certainly here again as usual, trying to give you all of the latest information from Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one word. And I'm Weekie broke this morning. Ambassador Vice alongside Sakanu control the sounds and video. All of you watching across the world, we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you based on your timeline, and welcome to this edition of the Morning Live, which promises to be great, stimulating, and very thought-provocative as well. Now, there is this issue that is currently taking place in the first branch of government. which should be a national concern to aid all well-meaning Liberians and foreign residents. The House of Representatives and that of the Senate have in serious disagreement with the public hearing of the national draft budget that was submitted. And Honorable Michael Thomas of District 4 Montserrat County raised a concern. As a matter of fact, he's the chair on the Judiciary Committee. He's a legal person who understands the law. So if you read the Constitution of Liberia, Article 34 of the 1986 Constitution, Article 34B, that's 34DI of the Liberian Constitution states that all revenue bills, water subsidies, charges, imports, duty or taxes, and other financial bills shall originate in the House of Representatives. But the Senate may propose or concur with amendments on other bills in such all cases. Now, this is where we are today. The House of Representatives are saying head of entities they have called have not gone there, but these folks have gone to the Senate. And this is the Constitution, and this is what I read. But the Speaker is now saying there's a need for them to sit and resolve this matter. You got one, though there are two separate ballots, but jointly they won. In Hots, 2. Now, most of the folks have skipped the confirmation, or public hearing as it relates to the firm budget or ministry agency performance report. We have not seen all these things, but they prefer to go to the Senate. We asking, what are we having government institutions who should understand the rudimentary and the functionalities of these institutions and knowing the scope of operations, but yet want to overperform, or what impression? Now, with this in-hot fighting that we now see today, we affect our budget, because the House of Representatives say, no, we have not been able to talk to these people. The people have not been able to sit before us. Why? So the chairman on weights at the lower huts, weights main finance, Representative Mark P. Jurek of Marion County, confirmed that the agency opted for the Senate hearing over the House in direct contradiction of the House constitutional authority. So this is where we found ourselves. So there's a huge dispute. And we want to look at this thing. And And this is not just the first time we have seen these things. In 2021, we saw that. And at the end of the day, this is where we are. The national instrument that controls the developmental agenda of the country, which is our budget, the projection, where do we source all of the income from? These are the folks who will look at all of these areas. But they are in serious disagreement. They are in serious disagreement. How do we handle it? Where do we go from here? And you know, normally when we say some of these things, then we ask. You talk about opposition. You talk about the ruling party. Are these people seriously representing Liberians? And we always love to bring this picture. For me, I don't care how you feel and think about it. Now, the largest and most formidable opposition political party, CDC, they are in their numbers, but they are divided in their numbers. You got them, you got a number of them who are siding with the ruling party, and you got some of them who are on the other side. But these are folks who believe that they're there for you. Then you come to the ruling party who believe that they have come to rescue you. But they are also instigating these things. They are supporting the disagreement, the misunderstanding of these folks. Now, where do we go from here? When people you think that should be respecting the constitution of the country and say, oh yeah, let us get these things done. Constitutionally, we should guard ourselves. We guard the horse selling rules and all of these things. But at the end of the day, this is where we find ourselves. Honorable Thomas, our official, lodged a complaint that people are going to defend budget hearing, but they are not going because the Constitution provides. It's not just me saying it. Article 34D of the Liberian Constitution states that all revenue bills, water subsidies, charges, imports, duty or taxes, and other financial bills shall originate in the House of Representatives. You gave money to the House of Representatives, you gave money to the Senate, you gave money to Ministry of Education, Health, Labor, and all of these things. Why these people are not the people to start the conversation before moving upward? Because these are folks who are tasked with responsibility at the House of Elder to also confirm when the president makes appointment on a nomination. These are folks who are there to make sure that these things. Now, the House of Representatives agency in the executive not off the hook. They will deal with them for their respective. So this is where we find ourselves. They say the Senate may propose or concur with amendments on all bills. In such cases, a true and correct account of funds collected shall be made to the community or locally. So you got that. Now the speaker said he planned to engage the Senate pro tem, Madam Lawrence, and that of President Joseph Walker, that the discussion are crucial for maintaining coordination and harmony within the legislature. I just played your audio earlier on concerning Senator DeLong and that of the Labor Minister, Honorable Councilor Cooper Crabb, having a dialogue on this issue of work permit and Liberians getting the job that they are qualified and competent and deserve to have, other than having a foreigner in the country giving work permit to perform some of the duties. And these are some of the issues that we're going to talk about this morning, and we're talking about it now. So wherever you are, this is the morning live, and we certainly here. Let me say good morning to Mr. Zizidine and to all of this. I want you to listen to Senator DeLong again.
Asking why.
Can we now say that your doubts have been cleared?
No, not that my doubt has been cleared. There's an outcome we're seeking here. Job for our people. That advocacy is not going to rest.
Honorable Minister, welcome to the media. You're here this morning, let me say this afternoon, in the office of Senator DeLong. You can bring us up to speed what the conversation today has been surrounding.
Well, thank you. I want to thank you very much for even. I want to thank the Senator. I want to thank the chairman of the Senate Committee on Labor. I like to put it this way: in government, running government, there will always be agreement and disagreement. And sometimes people say you disagree to agree. And what has happened here is that perhaps there was some missing link in terms of communication, in terms of the flow of information between the executive at our level and the Senate Committee. And we've now agreed to take steps to make sure that those missing links are taken care of. We have agreed basically that on a quarterly basis, some of the good things that we do at the Ministry of Labor should be communicated to the community so that the community will have an idea of what we do.
Clarification on this matter. What we are getting on, the Senate has taken serious steps and taken it back on this matter and vowed to seek interpretation from the Supreme Court regarding Article 34. And what they said, that the court ruled that the agreement was not a revenue bill within the meaning of Article 34D of the 1986 Constitution, which defines revenue and financial bills. As a result, the court held that either chamber, the Senate or the House, may ratify construction or investment and all of these things. This is where we now find ourselves. They want to go to the Supreme Court for interpretation. And if they go there again on the Supreme Court rule, they leave, then they say they got their own house spending rule. You got one house divided into two for the sole purpose of making law, representation, oversight, but we're talking about how roads will be constructed, how schools, how the health sectors, the security sector, and a whole lot. How do we handle these people? How do we make sure that we are safe, healthy, and guided in the process? Our teachers, our doctors, our nurses, how do we handle it? The disabled community. But the fight is on now between these people. This is where we found ourselves. Now, the House of Representatives, the Senate, according to them, is in breach of the bill to inform the Senate here. So they are now saying, these people, but where do we go from here? The first branch of government. I want you to be honest. do we, at this time, we talk about $1.2 billion projected as our GDP for the first time in the history of Liberia. That is 178. But this is where we find ourselves, folks. Welcome. You're listening to The Morning Live.
And we will be recommending to the committee as well. Their concerns are legitimate to say, look, we need to find like a job for Liberians, which we are doing. But that information may not have been reaching them the way it should be. So we want to make sure we work on that. And we'll be making further recommendations to the committee and say, look, maybe we need to look at the law itself, because that's their responsibility to make the law. Can we amend some provision of the law to make it clearer, so that even anybody, lay person reading the law will understand? Because if we were to amend the law and say, look, every concession Liberia should bring foreigner, but not more than 1,000 per concession, it's easier to implement something like that, because all we have to do is open a chat at the beginning of the year for a settlement. As we bring 5% we market. Once we reach that limit, we close it. And then we expect that all other persons you want now as employees will be Liberians. Those are things we want to look at. But for the time being, what we have, we are taking steps to make sure that those jobs that we believe Liberia can do. That's why they say the minister should be satisfied. That discretionary power will continue to use until we can get to a point where both the Senate and ourselves can be on board. But for the time now,
in November, you're listening to the Deputy Commissioner for Technical Services telling you they collected 700 plus layers. So we asked the question again. Are these lawmakers concerned why we've been slow on this thing? Can we ask the previous government and say, look, how were you people working that in a couple of months that we can raise that kind of money? How this happening and where we are? This is it. Is it that people being robbed in this country? You talk about domestic revenue. We won't talk about abroad. They say domestic, just to raise funds, people paying all of the business registration and other things. Listen to this again.
Please, to report that we have nevertheless.
We have a better understanding of
or not renewing and what happening to those positions and the opportunity for jobs for Liberia. But he will speak to that mostly. So I just wanted to thank the minister for stopping by and thank the chairman for the leadership. And we thank President Waka for initiating this.
Before we speak to the minister, following this engagement, meeting of the minds, as you term it,
right?
What kind of Senator Dillon are we going to see? Henceforth,
the same Dillon want job for Liberians. We shouldn't be giving work permit for jobs that Liberians.
Senator, do you still hold a view that jobs for Liberians are being allegedly sold to foreigners?
When we're receiving money for work permit for revenue, that's in my view. So it was not that the minister was setting his job. We, the government, you just heard me day before yesterday session on a draft budget. If we are projecting, if the executive is projecting $10 million, $11 million in revenue collection from the Ministry of Labor, and I said that as a senator and pass that budget, it means I'm asking the minister to go bring that money to contribute to the revenue, and the source of that revenue, part of which is written on paper, is work permit. So I can't pass a budget that says Labor Ministry should go bring X amount of dollars. They have been asking why.
Can we now say that your doubts have been cleared?
No, not that my doubt has been cleared. There's an outcome we're seeking here. Job for our people. That advocacy is not going to rest.
Honourable Minister, welcome to the media. You're here this morning, let me say this afternoon in the office of Senator Natl. You can bring us up to speed what the conversation today has been surrounding.
Well, thank you. I want to thank you very much for even. I want to thank the senator. I want to thank the chairman of the Senate Committee on Labor. I'd like to put it.
You got income generating institution. Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, Liberia Electricity Corporation, Liberia Forestry Development Authority, Liberia Airport Authority, and you can name a whole lot. You heard the LRA Deputy Commissioner for Technical Services telling that these institutions, now you having public hearing of these people, but they have not been able to give you a report. You only having a revelation coming from somebody telling you these institutions have not been able to relate what they should be contributing, but yet in the budget you were allowed to these institutions that should help to augment and support. I want you to listen to this again.
Some of the domestic revenue in Liberia's history. We are confident, based on our current performance trajectory and the reforms we are implementing, that we will surpass the 2025 domestic revenue targets. Despite this strong performance, honourable chair and member of the committee, I must highlight the critical challenge. Our state-owned enterprise continue to fall short of their revenue contribution commitment. Their persistent failure to meet their obligations remain a major constraint to our collective national goal. If the SOEs were contributing as required, we will be much closer to achieving the domestic revenue target by the end of this month. It is therefore important that we initiate a constructive national conversation on how SOE can be compared and supported to fulfill their statutory and fiscal responsibility. Strengthening SOE compliance is not just the LRA concern, it is a national priority. And our support will be essential in addressing it. FY 2026 outlook. For the upcoming fiscal year, FY 2026, the draft national budget stands at $1.2 billion, with US $1.14 billion projected as domestic revenue.
Okay, so folks, that's it. You got it there. But this is the morning right, and we certainly here this morning. You see, you got the first branch of government, which is the House of Representatives and the Senate, are having serious disagreement with the budget hearing that the should have started from the lower house, and now the Senate has override. Now you listen to the Deputy for Technical Services of the Liberia Revenue Authority telling you that income generating institutions are not committing themselves, but domestic revenue just in the month of November they were able to raise over 700 million. So how come we have been here all these years and not knowing that this institution or so where the revenue being generated over the period of time, is it under the broker administration that they have changed? So where did the money go at the time? So we will shortly go to the lines, but I want you to take this before we go to the line.
Collection of 6 authorities received the necessary support. At the time of approval, many believed that the domestic revenue target was overly ambitious and unlikely to be attained. The Nigerian Revenue Authority remained confident that the target was achievable, provided that the Nigerian Revenue Authority received the necessary support and funding to effectively carry out its mandate. Although the LRA did not receive the full level of funding it anticipated in the fiscal year, I'm pleased to report that we have nevertheless delivered a remarkable performance. As of November 17, 2025, the LRA has collected 715.3 million in domestic revenue. I'm pleased to report that we have nevertheless delivered a remarkable performance. As of November 17, 2025, the LRA has collected 715.3 million in domestic revenue. Thereby,
in domestic revenue. But this is where we are on this edition. Call us on 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the 2 numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation on this wonderful Tuesday morning. So folks, and this is where we are on this matter. Yeah, don't say, oh no, but at least you have listened to this. Let's talk to our first caller on the line. Good morning. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation on this wonderful day, on this edition of the People's Program, The Morning Vibe. Yes. Talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie Bro.
Faster, good morning.
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for the recognition. You are a great man. People who are very good retentive memory are some of the greatest people on the face of the earth. I call for one of the ambience of the Unity Party electoral bill.
Okay.
First, I'm giving out to the folks at the LRA for being very meticulous and patriotic in the last 2 years, for within the 2 years to ensure to
yeah, because we see our domestic revenue keep increasing. So what were we lacking over a period of time?
It's just transparency. There was leakages. There was proposal on leakages in the collection of the revenue. People who work at the LRA over time have been alleged polluting.
There's another question that people are asking. Now we are hearing these figures. Will we see the reflection or the impact in the lives of the people, or you just pronounce the figure and yet the people do not feel the impact?
Yeah, that way our public figure or the policy maker that craft policy for the country need to look in the direction of people's interest. Because it's the people resources should be expended on the people. So that way we call it on them to look in that direction and to ensure that the budget that is being practiced will be people-centered. And I think the budget is people-centered because our 1.28 saw a lot of goodies that directed to what improving the livelihood of Liberians. So I give it out to the economic management team, you know, for being very steadfast to craft such a people-centered budget. But now our lawmakers, the bickering among them are is a fruitful for our block committee.
Yeah, because that's the part I was coming to. Now the House of Representatives are saying public corporation heads of these institutions are now attending to their call and they're moving to the Senate, and we just read Article 34D and so where do we go from here? And that's referred to the government.
Yeah, I think it's taking it and saddening to hear that the two branches, the two forces are each other true when it comes to who should preside over the underlying policy, the hearing, right? When it comes to the budget hearing. I think we call it on them, we the common people, we the common people, to put their grievances aside and look at the lawful aspect. Whoever the Constitution gives are leverage for.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Fasu. You made a pointless talk to the colors on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good this morning. Let's tell me the point guys. You know, the area is they can tell us the number of products in this country government. Because people are just in 3 months time. Then where was the money? Where would the money go? You see people.
Yeah, because that's what we're asking. If the LRA will be telling us that they could raise such amount, and so what's been going on? What was it?
Where the money have been going? And the power now with the amount is with this spending entity. They have to be able to help people and make the year. Because money are doing the entity, have they use it enough? So when you ask, well, is better, I mean, we have to because people that like what LC, and they limited, they pay them money. But how can they do that?
Okay, thank you. Let me talk to Councillor Peter Bonajala. Good morning, Councillor.
Good morning. So, during the Tubman and Tower area, you don't have people working in financial areas where government money is involved without being funded. It doesn't mean funded with cash, right? But somebody has to stand behind you for your integrity. Besides that, too, is that I've been in the security sector for almost 20 years or so. It's easy. Most of these people you see involved in capital with government revenue or government funds, you can easily see from the lifestyle. Then right in their own neighborhood, the people there notice it. Because the lifestyle thing so dramatically, everybody gets concerned because the other people will ask them this way in one time, lifestyle achieve. So this is the problem with this place here, and maybe the government is trying to see how best to do something about it. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you. 0775 919 919 080 the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this morning. Yeah, we talk to other colleagues, listen to all of what being said this morning. Call us on 0775 919 919 080 919 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation when we talk to this caller on the line. Good morning. Zero 775 919 919 080 919 919. The numbers you can call us on. Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
This is Jared. I'm calling from Ghana, sir.
Jared, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, until from me, for the common policy, the domestic revenue is collecting is very huge. It will help most of the business people, the business women, business people in getting loan as May, June day before. So at least the impact will be there. At least there's a government plan to do that.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning. How you doing, gentlemen?
Yeah, well.
Thank you. You asked the question then, where has the money been going? The money has been going in pocket of corrupt people, and some of who did not even know their role at that LRA. That has been the problem. So right now we have an efficient, infected, team that are saying that know what to do, and that's what they are raising that amount of money. Like you were saying, the lawmakers are arguing over who's supposed to do what. I think the Constitution is there, except they do not know the Constitution. It's a statutory responsibility, given to every, house over there, the House of Representatives, Senate, and to go into what they're supposed to do as they relate to the budget. So if they are arguing among themselves, then there's a problem. And then where my attention has been going again is the fact that the state-owned enterprises have not been able to contribute their own quota to the budget. So if they were even contributing their quota according to what is described in the law, you even have that $1.1 billion right here. Who will have more than 1.5 billion I think to be made. But what are they doing? In the various institutions. I think the president is that, and if they are not able to draw them, they take that from there and place people there.
Okay, thank you, Elabo. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You have to call back on a better line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Weekie. I'm Sam calling from FDA Junction. I heard one of the callers saying that the money that the LRA is collecting, they should be given, they want to give it to Nigerian people to do business. Like the way they do it. Before that, but us in this country, my fellow and some of us, we have done that initiative for our people to be able to do business, us generate money to give to them. Good benefit for us, get small percentage, we get over some of them will escape. The only best thing that we try to do is that those who will be committed, they come to the bank. They carry that money to the Bureau of Bank. But yet, business people that run businesses that are doing well, they can take that money. But to say the money just given to Nigerians to do business, my brother, it's not easy. They will get out of hard time. Let the government create their own bank and they put it there. So there's no potential business people in this country that do business.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks.
Good morning.
Well, this is the voice of Spring Family, and I'm phoning from Street by this morning.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, Mr. Brooks, he asked a very good question where the money going, where the money has been going throughout. The money went into people's pockets. People bought cars, they watched champagne with cars around the story we eat. People went and built buildings around the story we eat. People travel every day, they enjoy themselves. So this government, I think, are doing some, they're making some scraps. We are seeing some else sincerity in some sector in this government. And we give me a big shout out to the LRA for what they are doing. I think it's very important to raise a revenue for our country. So for now, we look forward to see how can the budget impact our lives. It should not be like a bigger budget of surplus, and there will no dividend of the surplus we see around.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning,
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you. This is Arvin, and I joined the National Conversation on Weaver Community. Let me appreciate Georgia and his group at the LRA. But it is not always because sometimes people they run who are collecting the money or they are. So also look at the taxes that have been increased over the past. Sometimes it is taxes when it started increase, of both domestic revenue monetization will increase in terms of, for example, Papa my flour bag and this year, maybe it was Terifara and Kool, obviously that far increasement. So it will increase at the level of the domestic revenue. We all appreciate them. But then let us come to the issue of the law because the law says, Terifara as all revenue bill originate from the House of Representatives. And the originate day, the fundamental have presented the budget to the Speaker. That's the first reason. They can, the law says they can propose and concord. In the process of proposal and concord, they can also call if the teacher is also to perform like the ARA, the Foreign Ministry. Yes, because then the Senate has a own committee on ways and finance. The lower house has a committee on ways and finance. So I don't see no conversation there. What I see if they really not call you, you go and defend and present a small report. But they say they don't call you fully, and the meeting is just a power pressure for someone who has that power. For the first when the government is represented by the Speaker, and they are presented the right person to the Speaker. Then the right Speaker will make 103 copies. Send the three there for the lower hall. They don't take it for the senators. So that's the beginning of the revenue portion. But I think some are around about just interpreting it on the thinking. So I don't see as an issue that goes to Russia's power. We are asking the London, please look in it, what is needed for school, what is needed for the health ministry, what is needed for the education sector. That was written that's the Russian power.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the time. 0775 919 919 080 919 are the two numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Information Box.
Please go ahead.
Information Box is now for our legislator to really get up and watch as I watch eyes on those things. Actually, now that the country don't have money, our segment got more money to raise. And just the one they introduced first, just to say, for a month to just show. But we are really getting our legislator with our representative and other things. They're supposed to be a people of the citizen. That's why I talk about districts. To represent people. Every senator cannot go all into their districts and other things. Have they put the people there as district representative to look at everything and carry and gather all the news of whatsoever and carry up there and make it everything. But now we are going to eliminate there. With all this, we need to be separate. They don't need to be separate. Together, we will rise. They need to put themselves together. We will go on. No matter what the budget comes, what about? It's about Liberia. Today when they go out, they say it's a representative from Liberia. We need a better of this country. You got to put there. You got LRA. You got the other place. You got the other place. We need a tax payment to get together and be bigger.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers in line.
Good morning, bros.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Good morning, Lufan. Anywhere you is. Ibrahim Gasser calling for Samadan community. That's the record. So I think the question you asked was easy. For the past time, we have not felt any impact of the revenue. So we haven't got to do with tax, the growing of taxes. Taxes even can grow depending on the population too. At that time, the population will have an impact with more than that. There's going to sit here. But you see, one thing I want to know, bros, is like those offices can take most of the money more than what comes outside. For example, agriculture. Now, I want to show you a talking it. How are you getting there? 2.7 million agriculture can produce 100,000. But that's our fund. But they carry the people they sell their own meeting and they loom it. Then they tell them how a loom and paper. So those are some of the areas money that goes up. No matter what you do, a corruption may carry money. Thank you so much, bro.
Okay. Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Yes, 0775-919-919, Let me talk to this caller. You're live.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Kool. I'm going from here. We see, look, we have paid money. We have paid money every year. We have years of money. But when the citizens are benefiting, what are we benefiting? Oh, because somebody go over and for money need and be happy in the country? No, they will not happy. Because you go to the road and you see nothing. You come in the city, you see nothing. So what will we be benefiting? What man takes money and put it into his pocket and be dancing up and getting beauty cars, what will be celebrating? No, I think that how the country should be running. Like there is a country, people live in, and people need money, people need something to sustain their family. Not for people to be taking money here, that's why they come over and for a lot of budget and be happy. No, thank you.
You're live. Okay, 0775-919-919, Now let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Ricky.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Jefferson Elsewhere. I'm calling for this to hold the money to be decided about the country. Then my brother, you know what happened is that the lawmaker, they have to go down their own budget. Because our budget cannot fall short, they give you surplus. Their budget will surplus all the year. Since to become the official, become the local official, about now after a year, if you get a budget, so if you take a myself, so if the lawmaker will, I will clean down the budget, then what? So you have a budget, you have to surplus the budget, the budget we have a need, or the year, they fall short. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie. My name is Emmanuel Bishop, and I call from Morovia.
Please go ahead.
Weekie, my disappointment has to do with a lawmaker. The executive sent this bill.
Go ahead. Okay. 0775-919-919, Added numbers to call us on. These lines are currently activated, and you can call to be part of the conversation on this wonderful day. Wherever you are, let's have a conversation as it relates to what's unfolding. 0775-919-919, 0880-919-919. The numbers. Let's talk to this caller on the line. You're live. You call to make fun or you call to make contribution. We don't play joke here. We always serious here. You're live.
Thank you. This is Pastor. So, first, I think you support what's going on at the level. For one day, what they're supporting. Considering you start to like it. So, somebody said, the support was meant to back up. That is clear for the you were saying what? What did you do? If you wait on the person, why would someone go do that? They just come here and pretend that you didn't see what was happening on the desk like you. Somebody has called an amount. That would be only thing for you celebrating. The legislature just told us that all of the SEC that's supposed to stop the government, the LRA, the finance ministry, to raise the quote-unquote 1.2 billion are not able to contribute to the budget. Is that not scary too? And you come here and bring sentiment. Yes, last year, the budget was kept full. It was reached at one. There was the budget shortfall just last year. How can you come here and don't know? Because you have a 5%. You know, it's sad.
It's unfortunate. See what is happening at the legislature. The government funds are supposed to begin the process of budget yet. It's not involved. It is the senator who are doing it, which is a direct contradiction, an abuse of power. They get on our eyes one day that you and somebody come here and you want to bring jobs right into a state of government that have lost everything. All of us right here. You say you're going to raise 1.2 billion. And the legislature is telling you those institutions are supposed to help to raise those funding are not even contributing. NTA, LWSP, for example, the National Recovery Company, for example, those institutions are not even contributing to the budget. Is that not scaring you? When they're taking huge amount of money and buying party headquarters, and you think we're supposed to stay there and keep quiet?
Thank you for your contribution. 0775-919-919, 080-919-919 are the numbers. We're discussing issue. You talk about buying public headquarters. Did we discuss that? This is where sometimes people will not understand. We talk about the LRSA in the last couple of months, what it reads. We're asking now, will we see the impact in the lives of the people, or we just hear these figures? Let's talk to other colors. You're live.
Good morning, Weekie Bro Sam.
Good morning.
Thank you. The name of precise what up is Alan. You see, let me say thank you. The crafter of the budget of the finance ministry and the executive behind it. Until what's the prayer that concept of us? They are in partnership, in collaborations, and communicating well. Those are before the revenue arms of the government. That this budget, like the proposed budget, the 1.2 billion, they have identified strengths, like the right said, and some of the SOPs, and those are so contribute to the budget were impacted. And some of them state their challenge why they did not contribute their budget this one time to the national grid due to their challenges. Like example, the NAFA said they were injected, I think, 3 million. So they were challenging for the other thing. But having said that, there's a reason why our lawmaker I did to checkmate and ask the captain, not them said before, tell us how this budget will be raised, and if it raises money, where impact the number of people this culture will expect and be asking how we affect the number of people. In terms of most of what we said, 65% will cover expenditure. Then the 30% for the national development. How are the people making budgets?
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to our colors. You live.
Good morning, Ambassador Bros.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Sebastian. I want to come from this background. When a budget is made, not just by one person. I want to give that special my brother who feel I'm the one person not there. Somebody who I want you to sit down and see the budget and not working to that out there. Right? The budget is put there by the finance ministry. And the budget team, they sit together, they call the SOE, they ask how much
Are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead.
I said before they can bring the budget, everyone, I mean, the team, the budget team has sat down on the finance ministry and done all the analysis, all the contributors to the budget, and all the analysis. Then when the budget is submitted, they let it make sure, and they know all the know how to perform. Each of the SOE and ask them, just all of them again, for them to verify what you already told your police to make sure that that money can be reached. It is how it works. It's not one person that can sit down and form this budget. So for tonight to come to the district and make some stuff that one person is sitting in the room and just saying, okay, let's just sit down here, let's just be anything. I mean, it does not work like that. One is a teamwork. Or it's a SOE that contributes. So this my own point, like I said the other day, is that
if they are depending on donors' money concerning the funding of this budget, and it is captured in it, I'll ask them to reduce the budget, and I'm concerned with them by that. Because most part of this budget is on expenditure, on the small portion of budget development, which is wrong. Most part of this budget should go to development, and they have very small portion to renew with them. But you can now always increase your benefits and salaries from the office of the president, the vice president, the speaker office, the entire presidential, the Supreme Court bench. You can't keep increasing when there is a stream of revenue that will increase our budget only because of yourself. So my recommendation is that depending on donors from America, from the Swedish government, from the French government, and from IMF, cut the budget. Do not stay at 1.2. If that is why you are spending to raise the funding. That's my own point. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to callers on the line. Good morning. You live. 0775 919 919 0807919 the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this wonderful morning. Yeah, wherever you are, let's talk to call us on the line this morning. 0775 919 919. Let's talk to this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
My name is Testimony Jachim.
Okay.
I call from Chicago. This morning I want to make a comment before you proceed. On a serious note, Weekie, actually for me, I can be somehow thinking whether this show is a neutral show, because most of the time some of us will call on the radio, you're always in the constant habit of using certain funny words, or which is not taken good time well, or after our statement and what have you make certain statement that will sound funny in the ears of the many listeners. On a serious note, Weekie, if you be clear with us and tell us that okay, show is not for people from the other side of the CDC, trust me, you will not see some of us calling. But every morning we take upon our time, we call and then listen to your radio and what have you. Then at the end of the day, you will make us to feedback. So there is what purpose is I have in mind to tell you this morning.
Don't cut the phone off, because when you cut the phone off, then you feedback. Don't even try to cut it off. I will go for you right now. I may ask you, the discussion that we're having, what you just want explaining, is it connected to what we just discussed? Did I say anything to anybody that you have come on the show to say these things?
No.
What I discussed, did I discuss what? Did I disagree with people's view or opinion, or which side you know are from?
Weekie,
no, be clear now.
But you are not make me to answer the question.
Go ahead.
You want me to answer it?
No, go ahead.
So okay, let me be clear with you. Today is not the first of the camp. It is not only today. And on the numerous occasions, whenever some of us call on your show and what have you, sometimes you just use what?
No. Please be specific. Please be specific.
Do you know how many minutes are coming out? Do you know how many minutes you have spoken for?
We're discussing serious issues.
Serious matter. You see what you have done to the show. Okay, watch me. I'm coming for you now. I'm coming for you. Listen to me. I'm coming for you.
And our testimony?
Yes. Let me make you understand. And I will repeat. And you will always get that feeling. And let me say something. I don't call Jack Rabbit to call on this show. I don't go to your houses to tell you to tune to this radio. I got nothing to do with Unity Party, CDC, Liberty Party. You don't even know people. You just sit down and assume. You take your time to call. I gave you the leverage, the time to call. You can't. You fail to discuss.
But you know how many things you can call on the radio?
You fail to discuss several things that we're discussing here. You see the kind of embarrassment you can call for yourself. I don't even know whether you're.
Comprehension is a serious issue for so many people. On a serious note,
simple matter.
You are discussing something very much serious. You come to disrupt the process. Then you want the whole nation, the whole world to sit and listen to you. You see that?
You force to listen to station? I can cause people. We can't cause people.
Why not go there?
The thing is just simple.
We usually say, if the country get better, is it for Ambassador Brooks? Is it for Ambassador VAR? No.
Ambassador, yeah, is it?
But we are discussing issues that pertain to the country and your own survivability.
Besides listening to Kool, my favorite station I listen to is BBC. You go to my house, when I'm in my living room watching, you find me watching Al Jazeera, watching BBC, CNN. These people can go to my house to go tell me, say, switch to this channel or switch to that channel.
No.
You don't want to listen, you leave it. I thought you called to say something serious, you called to only disrupt the process.
And sometimes you can make your family to question your intellectual ability.
No, but I will handle him. Testimony is uneducated, he's limited, and he don't understand how people discuss issues.
You got serious issue with comprehension.
I will deal with him anytime.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
This is Harris Bower. I'm calling from the Jefferson Bill.
You're welcome, Chief.
Yeah, my concern this morning on the budget, for me, the 1.2 million is not too bad.
1.2 billion, rather.
Okay, 1.2 billion.
You think we can achieve that?
We can achieve greatly.
But you heard the people from LRS, some of the income generating institutions are not committed, they're not supporting the government. So how do we handle this?
Number one, LPRC.
Water and sewer.
Yeah.
LEC. But we are allotting money to these institutions, so how do we achieve it?
They need to put their feet down and make sure the collection of those entities where people are consuming water and other activities, so they can be able to generate that money. One. The main issue is that like the LRS.
Yeah.
The LRS generate more money in the country, but the officers are not paid.
Okay.
That's a very good point. I like that.
Let me just come. If we want to move our country forward, let's forget about politics. We are not politicians. Let's focus how best we can generate money for our government, and the people that are generating this money, they be giving to the bread for people.
Sure. Okay.
Can you tell me we're spending $45,000 to buy a car in 3 years' time for lawmakers?
Mm-hmm.
So every state year, I'm spending $90,000 per each lawmaker. That is 73 lawmakers.
No, in 9 years, let me correct you. In 9 years, Senator received 3 vehicles. In 6 years, representatives received 2 vehicles. So they just tell you.
Can't convert that money. Can't convert that and see how much is going to the Senate only. If we don't bring that bureau, we got to spend for ourselves. We got to speak for ourselves.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to
you raise a very serious, very salient point. Good morning.
Morning.
I have a concern on the budget issue.
Yeah, go ahead.
And also, you said, funny thinking, you can't force anybody to listen to who have them know. So your house when people go there, you win it as a few.
So I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Instead of conversation having, did I go to your house this morning and say, if you listen to Kool, the thing we're discussing and the person who called earlier, was it centered around what we're looking at?
That was the issue addressed. What the caller said.
The budget, everybody has to give the concern. They projected $1.2 billion. We're hearing that some of the income generating institutions are now committing. So how do we achieve this?
But I go to the point.
Let's go to it and leave any other thing. That's why we be concerned about the budget. Because they think that the instrument are put around other odds.
Yeah, Weekie, I understand. But you said you wait other people.
All right. When you're ready to discuss,
that's what I said. You got comprehension problem.
You come to the office and meet me.
You should listen to why. Whence he come from to speak to say that.
Good morning, sir.
Fine. This is Daniel Kumodo calling from Joba behind Kueka.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Let me commend you for the topics under discussion. And let me say this shortly to the Liberian people. I think from the time this country was founded, this is the first time for government to project this kind of budget
for
the country.
Sure.
So I think for me, let me be happy first.
Yeah, I think we should be more concerned about whether we can achieve it. If we achieve it, whether it will make impact in the lives of the people. Then they leaving it, they're going to different things.
Yeah, that would be happy. And we see what this government going to do. If that's what you have passed, and we didn't see no different, then the following year we can start discussing them. But it's not something for all now to start condemning it, or talking all kind of things. But I don't support it, man. So thank you.
Thank you. Now, we've said, I think we're Friday. Now, look at the number of opposition that are in the house.
Sure.
Combined.
Yeah.
They are not even having a fit at the fire to put government and say, we are united, we're here for the people. But you're leaving it,
yes,
and you won't come to us.
Ambassador, the very lukewarm opposition partisans are not calling on their direct lawmakers that they can state in the budget where the contradictions are that should be corrected, whether there should be shifting, whether there be priority issues placed on. They're going outside and speaking.
Yeah.
They're not telling our lawmakers, Mr. Lawmaker.
Look at the concern that Honorable Michael rates that when you are Article 34 DI of the Constitution, the budget hearing, revenue generation, bills, charges should start from the lower house. The Senate is conducting hearing.
Yeah.
Now, we know they won't body, but separately in house they are divided.
Yeah.
They have it in house. People, somebody want to take the Senate to court.
Yeah. And we're not hearing anything from the lower house.
But people who
the entire structure.
You got your opposition people there. You got the ruling people there.
And opposition political party having the highest number of representation.
But it just tells you the limitation of the people.
They are lukewarm. They are lukewarm.
They just feel talking politics are just high.
They are lukewarm. And some of them are so guilty this morning of the lackadaisical attitude of their lawmakers.
Good morning.
Of their house.
Good morning, Weekie. Well, my name is Andrew. We say I joined you from Brownsville this morning.
Andrew, welcome, Chief.
First of all, let me commend you guys for talking highly and on the issue of Liberia's interest. It is very much unfortunate that the same very people that said yesterday they were coming to change the thing, they talk against the other people today. And just what you said just now, it really caught my attention. It is unfortunate that the opposition law.
I'm telling you, perhaps on a very serious note, I thought the people who have been much stronger, and they're in their numbers.
The people are very much weak. They are very much corrupt.
I don't want to use the word weak. They are lukewarm.
Because these are people that only speak in the interest.
Yes.
This is not about party. This
Yes.
is politics we are talking here.
Thank you.
Talk about country.
For the interest of Liberia.
Yes. Comprehension.
So, anybody cares that the CG,
Yeah.
the TSC, they won't do the work. And if you never come to power, you are opposition.
Do you even able to muster the courage to put these people to correction and put their feet to the fire?
They will not muster the courage. They are more concerned about 59, which is money. They're not concerned with people's interest. And and we the people of Liberia, the constituency, we have the power. But majority of our people, because our people, it is unfortunate our people do not have very much, so they go to these people's homes in the morning to get them, so they see them as great single for them.
Yes.
No,
but that's just reality. That's a reality. That's just it. You see, that's just it. Because I don't see why people will be in opposition and be siding just with government and don't correct all of these things. The people put you out of power yesterday. You in power, you able to correct them. You able to prove to them that all of those things that they say you wrongly did and they still repeating it.
And you have the power.
You have the power in your numbers.
You sit down, subpoena, and put your name between your legs and on what people are doing.
Yeah.
The credible voices in the country come and speak on national radio.
They will bring issues to open your eye to make you understand. Then you will bring serious contradiction in the conversation.
Thank you. Oh, I told you, I said I put my old garment on me. I gave the latitude of time to people.
No, but we need 12 hours. Let's set the matter straight. If you come from government or outside government, they ask before on you. On a serious note, let me sincere to ourselves.
Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for the show this morning. You know, the issue of our library is kind of a complex issue that people don't understand.
Complex educated.
Yeah. So one of my uncles said, he regretted why he went to school. I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, because we went to school thinking that we had a sound, manner, leaders, that everybody would benefit the state of the country. But he has become something for just few head of people. So that what making you say you regretted why you went to school. Now, the issue of the budget, we're talking about budget.
1.2 billion.
2 billion.
And the first time in the history of this country.
The first time in the history of the country.
Then we just been told that the institutions are supposed to support the budget have not been contributing over the years.
Yeah.
So how do we achieve it? Are we not concerned collectively as
I don't know where the opposition lawmakers are, because LRA told you that it took LPRC to court for not paying remitting government revenue. Then the Minister of Justice went there. He said he can be conflict of interest, so he stood in the gap. He came for government and before the company. Opposition lawmakers are there. The line is in the past. Then they funny lukewarm for the CNN come on and they want to talk. They can come here, they can see the thing.
Because yeah, I think that's it. I think that's why. I think they're there for the.
What will your mind? What will your brain? So anything?
So the people who stood in the rain and the sun for them, that they told the people that they were going to advocate for them. What are they doing for them?
What are they doing?
How can they change the lives of the people?
They are self-interest.
Then you said that you're not understanding this thing.
No, you can't celebrate the budget. You get year budget. You not celebrate. Don't know it's not celebrating.
Yeah.
What airport?
Then tomorrow they can tell us it's short for again. Thank you. Tomorrow they'll tell us it's short for. Good morning, sir.
A person could know the minister and the poor and Latin.
The worker.
This is a brother that comes to the call. And I call you conflict and yesterday. Or let me just get to the point. If you live in a real country, in our house, both the upper and the lower house, the one you claim that are in majority opposition, that majority, by the opposite.
Then why are they?
But why are they deceiving their people?
Because because that's how democracy works. Because when these people are there, they are there to make sure collectively.
Sure.
To put government feet to the fire, make sure that things are done to reflect the lives of the people. We talk about 1.2 billion now. How do we now we're hearing that some entity right now don't have money in the budget and whatsoever. That's some government entity.
They are revenue generating entity. They are now paying the government revenue.
Yeah.
They get a huge chunk of the revenue.
Coughing people, carrying them to jail for not paying, but they are not contributing anything.
Where's the politics meetings? Why the politics are? Does it not represent each of the people?
It is only what can go into their pocket. They don't care for the people at the revenue that people they wait and sell for them, that we see goodness on their food. They don't care. Thank you, man.
Good morning.
And you have about 3.9 million on entertainment in the budget. Opposition lawmakers are not speaking about these things.
Please go ahead.
But because it benefited them,
six officers with more than 15 million.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, it is Jones King Bradley calling from Japanese Field.
Jones, welcome.
Yeah, let me just say this budget is not achievable. I give you a reason why. One, it will transform the lives of the ordinary people. They are not in any way in that budget. Absolutely nothing.
But Jones, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that opposition lawmakers at the level of the legislature are seeing exactly what you are saying?
Yeah, because
that it doesn't reflect the interest of the people. Do you think they see that?
You all the period of time, you have advocated, you have said these things, but you got people directly who say at that position that should be propagating these things and handling these things, but we still don't hear anything from them. So how do we look at these people Do we have opposition or just have a rubber stamp bunch of people?
No, let me just say for now, we now have opposition. All of those guys are inside of the government to ensure that this government fails. So people from within the staff of the Unity Party who continue to see those bad things and allow those people to get killed.
No. We are seeing opposition.
No, you looking at government failure and it will affect the citizen. But you got people who went there to correct these things, and you saying that these people want to see the government fail. Are they making impact in the lives of the people, or they be affecting the lives of the people?
Absolutely no impact. Those people are not patriots.
Opposition lawmakers. So lawmakers from the CDC, from the ANC, Liberty Party.
There's no opposition. There's no opposition lawmaker.
Okay. Yeah, I think I must agree with you. I agree with Jones. I agree with you today with your own session that from the readings there's no opposition.
You lies.
We're going to recast and all.
The way we discuss and get me celebrating the budget, we condemn it right away. The best thing you're doing now is to ask the necessary question.
Yes.
Can we achieve that?
Sure.
We must be able to explain how can we achieve
How can we achieve and how do we factor the people into the budget with the roads, the educational health? Yeah.
But the impact, the one we say, oh, they looking at saying what hour, please your impact, I just go to the king of in the after shot. I say when your impact was there, and you walk in the street, you see a case better, go forward to everything and say you are empowered. When you are walking now, what do you see? Do you see improvement? You wouldn't answer that question. So it's the thing, when you ask intelligence, you say, that don't go some in the Bible, they say, things are improving. So that's how I look. But the budget, we must ask Prime Minister, the Senate, the legislation must ask the Prime Minister, can we achieve this? Are we going to achieve it? Because if this other entity they cannot going to be, how can you achieve this thing? At least that they will give a clear picture of it. So maybe you just think this and that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're live.
Good morning, Weekie, and good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And good morning to the kids of the people of Labrador. Then the kids and Brown, thank you for a talking point this morning. You know, I think a lot of things, well, for me, what you're ready to MRP, will take our time for at least I'll talk 2 minutes, I do 1 or 2 seconds or 5, 6 seconds.
No, so now plenty are coming and plenty people can be on the line. No, plenty people are coming, plenty people can be on the line too. So sometimes when you won't call, you just go straight to the point. That's what we say. We say you can't call.
Yeah, but what I do when I call, so now 2 seconds there, that calls me on the line.
No, I think I know if it can happen in story.
I'm trying to come to that studio and pay for my extra.
You welcome, come. All right, come.
Thank you for talking for this morning. You know that project issue for me, one very small for me, human being.
The man who are complaining now.
Mental call itself. Oh,
yeah.
He say you can't pay for your time. Can't you? You won't pay for your time. Be singing. Morning. How are you?
The thing here is, whether they collect it or didn't collect it, cost me or say so sick, they will be able to buy their car.
You believe it? Yeah.
People don't have time.
They want to know.
They want
to know it.
Because government was so say yes.
You got to do it for them.
Yes, we the ordinary people, we the one, them to pay.
I want to lie.
So they didn't care. So I don't know. Government, I don't know. We just need to pray, that's all. Because I don't know what the lawmakers are doing there. And besides, everything that will contribute.
Yes. They beyond of the recharge. They beyond of the do they want.
They carry all the price of electricity. Why would they not contribute to the budget?
Yeah, they say more connect water. They connecting water and all, but then they tell them all. Then they won't. So we pay you to enjoy yourself.
So we really need to do something. They will be serious about this country.
Yeah.
They will not be abused because you know they will source everything. They'll pay a salary. They will do all
Just as he said, the people can go take loan, they take grant, just to satisfy these people and they leave out all of it.
Then they leave it for us.
Then who they want to pay? Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, well, I was talking to my meeting.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, thank you for a talking point. You know, one of the reasons is, for me, I get our history law because very end up. I mean, the Google law because in a state. So, development moment in the community. I'm telling you.
They make it school, they make it clinic.
What are school and clinic? I mean, I first know you need that's what the district.
So, the people in the district can afford to send like children to that school?
So people actually reality that school, now when you go to that school, our president school in Kenya, he say on that campus in there. That school is expensive now. More than even people say, they made that school fee go big up. I'm telling you, but we're not doing nothing but it is. They have people behind them. They are good in the district. They are taking all the resources for the district. So go check in school.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live. We're trying to bring him on the platform in a few days.
Yeah, this is Francis calling from Banana Estate.
Francis, you're welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, LEC, the entire management. So what will be recharging? We recharge some of you a lot of money on current.
Yes.
But when you go to our neighbors, you see them running behind people, arresting people, then they are not paying budget. They are not paying any contribution towards the budget. So what's the way forward? Should we go to them to arrest them? Are they above the law?
I say this arrest funny, you put your now.
Are they above the law? This is getting so serious. Thank you for the show.
Thank you as well. Good morning.
Good morning, bro. And we can studio this morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'd like to say thank you so much for the topic of discussion. This is the reason why I said the other day, whether we are living in this country or we are living. Because we are not living the people who are living. This is the first of this kind. For us to have this budget of 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
Now, this is the $1 million question. How can we raise it? Those income generating entities, they are not committed to the process.
And this is the most shameful part of it. On a very serious note. It's too shameful.
They are not committed. How can we raise this money?
So what the people, okay, so all the money they've been raising, all the people, can they tell us what they've been doing with it?
I'm telling you. So are we living or we are existing in this country? Look at the budget of the speaker. Look at the budget of the deputy speaker. Even the Senate country. Their budgets are not benefiting the citizens of this country. And we are talking about raising 1.2 billion. If those income generating entities are not committed, let's go back and reduce the budget.
Yeah. Or let's shift.
Yeah, because our projection. Yeah. So it will not be part of it. Then let's be realistic to ourselves.
Let reduce it and give it to other people.
Yeah, good.
All right. Thank you. Let me go to play this song. Since this morning, I've just been thinking on this gospel song, Ambassador of Vibe. Too faithful.
Let me say happy birthday to my own sister, Caroline.
Auntie Caroline.
To her birthday. Let me say happy birthday to her.
She in the country?
Yeah, she's in town. And let me also say, Garnet, happy birthday to you today.
My big sister Carol, good morning to you and happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
And let me say, speedy recovery to greatness, Veronica Natasha Brooks, my daughter.
Yeah, uncle says speedy recovery to you.
Yeah, I want to play this song for her, and I know God is faithful and will see us through.
Yeah, she'll get well.
Objective of the AIDS control program as well as NAC and with global objectives. Therefore, I will give it verbatim. My favorite line was what Dr. Flomo said. He said, since 2010, this is the first time we have money in the budget for HIV and AIDS-related activities. So let's give a hand of applause to the President and the government of the Republic of Nigeria, as well as the Finance Minister who is here today. All protocol observed. And when I say I mean the Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kool. I stand before you today with a deep sense of responsibility gratitude, and national purpose. World AIDS Day is not merely a symbolic observance, it is a solemn moment when the world pauses to reflect on progress achieved, challenges remaining, and the responsibilities that demand collective leadership. Since 1988, World AIDS Day has united nations in a remembrance, solidarity, and action. It has created a global platform to honor the millions we have lost, support those living with HIV, and recommit ourselves to building resilient health systems that protect every life. This year, the global theme, Overcoming Disruption, Transforming the AIDS Response, calls for resilience and innovation. At the national level, our team, Mobilizing Domestic Support, Transforming the AIDS Response, reflects Liberia's determination to strengthen ownership, deepen accountability, and build a sustainable HIV response rooted in Liberian leadership. Liberia's joining the HIV response is a story of courage, collaboration, and perseverance, as stated when Dr. Flomo gave his speech and overview. Our progress has been driven by deliberate policies, community-led actions, and an unwavering commitment of health workers, civil society partners, and people living with HIV and AIDS. In 2016, only 20% of people living with HIV knew their status. 11% were on treatment, and none had achieved viral suppression. Today, 86% know their status, 81% are on treatment, and 95% of those on treatment are virally suppressed. The 2024 Spectrum estimate confirms further progress. New HIV infections declined by 69%, and AIDS-related deaths fell by 74% over the past decade. More than 30,000 Liberians now receive life-saving antiviral treatment. Yet, challenges remain. 14% of our people living with HIV are still undiagnosed. Vulnerable populations continue to face disappropriate burdens due to stigma, discrimination, and limited access to services. We must intensify our findings, expand community outreach, ensure that no Liberian is left behind. Our national HIV response still relies heavily on external funding. Changing donor landscapes demand that Liberia strengthen its domestic financing base. The National AIDS Commission, with support from UNAIDS and partners, has delivered and developed a national HIV sustainable roadmap, a blueprint for long-term, sustainable, accountable, and leadership. As Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, I reconfirm this government's commitment to increase domestic financing for HIV prevention, testing, treatment, and program coordination. Liberia must take full responsibility for the health and well-being of its people. On behalf of the President of Liberia, who is the head of National AIDS Commission, I, Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Kool, commit the following. 1. Strengthen domestic financing to secure the future of HIV response.
Nika Natasha Brooks, wish you speedy recovery. Yes, but we certainly back on the radio again this morning and looking at all of what happening to a country called Liberia. And let us say something before we move to our final talking point this morning. Look, you see this country, like Nakudi said earlier on, if this country gets better, it's for all of us. Let us not be deceitful, ungrateful, and just deceive people in all sorts of form and manner. You see. Today, when the budget comes to realization, we generate the 1.2 billion and spread across. Everybody will start to enjoy. We see people who get up in the morning to go to work, our civil servants, when they start to receive their salary and taking the $1 or $2 back home, making an impact in the lives of their families, paying the kids school fees and handling some other things, it becomes much better for all of us. It even helps to reduce the kind of burden. But when you sit and just politicize almost everything, and the notion that we got in this country, and we need to get, is that we always feel that when somebody did this thing yesterday, when they managed to find themselves in power, yourself to want to repeat it on it.
Yeah.
We're not helping the situation. And that's why we keep saying, we are not helping the situation. How do we change these things? How do we help to make it better?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just sit and assume. Do I look at somebody who ever been a member of a political party before? Do I have a membership? Do I look at somebody who supporting a particular government? And normally we can always say, I'll say it. Some of you who claim to be die-hard sedition killing yourself, what are benefited from CDC? Some of you did not. You know, nobody have never given me anything than what CDC have given me. So if you don't know today.
Mm-hmm. But we talk about it. It went level of the parliament where Senator Dillon told his colleagues that there's a news out that they need.
Yes.
Because that's how they behave.
Senator Dillon told us openly that we say government officials corrupt, so you will not give us money until his money clean. At the ministerial complex,
thereby authenticating what he doing.
The presidential dinner with the president, I asking he was brave to tell me so we.
And he know that when he said to us on phone.
But then when I asked him, he said yes, open it. Oh, you know some of the conversation. You all want us to really say these things.
And Ambassador, let me just say this. One thing that they don't know. For us, our prestige, our pride don't hold us down at that level. We don't go begging them. The folks who can prostrate themselves at that level with them, they should be singing that to them, not us. We're not ashamed to be in this profession. We are not coerced to be in this profession. That we must get it on me to live. That I should drive car when I become a wine and dine with people of the opposite side. No. So even when you won't give me, you give me. I don't care about that. I don't care. I will do what I have to do. I will perform my quota to the country. But they don't know it. They feel that everybody should go whining and dying. Should go crawling under their feet to prostrate themselves. And that's how they are made a profession to look like.
And if I still remember Decoration Day this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we called the president off air, what he committed himself that he would not disappoint Liberians.
Sure.
I still hold his word.
Sure.
And the last time I ever met the president at his house, and I repeated that to him.
Sure.
We go above our limit just to fight for some of you. You know, somebody just sit down and just sit in the sun. Sometimes you're able to sometimes we can't even be having money in our pocket, you can be having money. Even because
we don't go begging you.
Yeah, because we don't come to ask you for something.
Even somebody who can get money, we don't have money. We appear blocking good money. So many people.
Even some of our family members, some
well, the way you get the money,
we even expect to show the kind of love and concern to us. They are the people who are disappointing us to the level, bringing us to the lowest point. But yet we kill ourselves for them. But you know, I always say in life, I don't care what you think you feed, it will catch up with you. Sometimes people come, who not books, I want you to pay help or do this, do that. Some of you don't even know. Just for assessing some of you, we can feel the pain for it in us.
That'd be right, huh?
You know, truth telling not rare in our country. Truth telling not rare. When you say to say the truth, somebody asking you where you want to be, you looking for a job. I get a job, then ask me, say, I'm looking for a job. So where I looking for a job? Where I apply? You know? But we just won't be grateful to the Almighty God. We know sometimes some of you who have spoken with us. The ambassador is here. The CZ regime, we saw ourselves being more all the way you can say we criticize CDC, we don't want to bother government. You know how many presidents CDC government that we let's say the thing here today. You know how many presidents that even up to this time that we still have that relationship with? It's just personal relationship.
But the person tell the fact we are all Nigerian. Why would we hate? But you made a choice.
Yeah.
Why would I go against you? Eh?
Imagine. Do you know that even up to this time, former Minister of Finance, Samuel Toye, we say that a very good relationship with him.
You see?
Mobile Johnson, your youth chair, when CDC acting. The Jefferson coach.
But Jefferson coach going for a very long time.
You know, but the way you look at that interpreting and just see people.
But he took power. He was very much strong. And I was not one day going begging him to say this. No. But that's what people you will do the opposite. Eh? Look at even the time CDC was in power, those four were in the party that were close friends of us.
Are you aware that
most of them were even on the radio call to put on the line?
Do you know that?
But today they don't see us.
But how many of them are aware that during the campaign period, this was the station that CDC were using for for the program for election?
Well, when even when COVID-19 struck this country, our doors are open to CDC government. You don't know that.
They just sit and misinterpret people and just have wrong perception and concept about people. I saw some of you under the ring. The people were not even lying up to enter into the fences, but we were passing by you people. We fell for some of you. I saw somebody say when you run for them.
The country, eh?
You know?
For this cause, you made us, the past regime, at a certain point in time, to see us at 3-4 o'clock was an abomination.
Yeah.
Go out, we were saying things. That we were putting them on track, but they saw us as enemies. And what happens is that I always say this: God always protects His own. When even they were at a certain point having conversation, our name pop up in the conversation. What they playing? Till they finish, somebody from that group can call and tell us, gentlemen, you be careful, you be on the side because that one this going to have here. And we were safe. We were not there with them. We were never wanted down with them. They called us 2 o'clock and they don't have a meeting with them. We never did it. They shouldn't have in the government.
I told you they go Sunday. For the first time I don't know how many months. I walk from my house to Dubai Road, taking exercise. Up to this far, it's just making me feel good. I walk.
Wait, you want to walk?
And everybody, you know, most of the people that saw me, when they started, I almost got on by because everybody started noticing that me was walking. So I said, no. But at the end, I said, anybody want to do anything, I just do it. I've been continuing with my walking. You see? Look, we need to be united in this country. Everybody might have the side you want to support.
In your business.
And it is your fundamental right to do it. Nobody can question you that you're a member of the political party, you're a member of that other party, or whatever, or you decide to be independent. It's not anybody's prerogative to question you for that. The decision is with you. You're entitled to that. You are the one who will decide to do these things. But collectively, can we see that we can have a united front in making Liberia a better country? Like we're saying. And this is the people I'm going for. I'm going for the opposition. This United Party government is here. They first had the opportunity of serving this country 12 years during the administration of Africa's first female democratically elected president, Natl. And the citizens said that government was the most corrupt in the history of our country.
Sure.
They came to power, failed to prosecute people, failed to audit. They won the election, the Unity Party resurfaced under the former vice president, current president. Today, he's handling it. Now you come back, you say it's politically motivated. You talk about money that people stole, people did this, people did that. You came to power. So, what for the public, you compromise it in the interest of protecting somebody, but the other people who have come to power now today, they say they will not compromise you. So what in it that you will be having problem with us?
Then you take out the issue, you won't resist.
You won't resist.
But you not look at the people.
You not look at the people. When you had the time to make sure that some of these things should have been corrected. Madam Seli said she took responsibility about 30 million and no car. We are asking yesterday, what we call no car in Nigeria? We have not been able to commercialize our oil sector. We say on exploration. People coming, people going. After a few times, whether they can take quantity of oil, we don't even know. Whether we got the people that are supposed to do it, we don't even know. You found people sitting down before our lawmaker, and you just follow all of these things. And your only concern, you think you want to attack us. I can tell people every day, nobody get the ability to attack me. Only the state can attack me. If you think, I always tell people, if you man enough, face me. Don't go to my chair. But when it comes to national issue, how do we?
And my disappointment, Ambassador, is at times when we're having these national conversations that even benefit each and everyone in this country or their family members, the comprehensive aspect of our folks out there, they will always divert the conversation to somebody else.
Yes. Can you imagine? People will come to us and tell us they have not taken pay for some time. Sometimes behind the scene, we go to advocate.
When they pay, they get tell.
During COVID-19, the folks are at RIA, Springfield, they did not get the money for some months because flights were being reduced. But when they met me and put me in a cage for more than 2 hours explaining the problem, they did not give me a dime. I took it upon myself to go to RIA to meet Bishop Clay. And when I met the bishop, I confronted him. But then he was the managing director. He made commitment. And when he paid the money to them, only 2 persons came back to tell me thank you. Of the more than 50 persons that surrounded me. Only 2 persons came back to tell me thank you. What you said, we receive our money. When people at LIS were laid off, behind the scene when we advocated, and there were only 3.
And a lot of them were even patient unceremoniously.
Yes.
They stormed this compound. What's going on in this country?
You know
why Liberians the realistic attitude Liberians are not being seen.
Even teachers. You think we sit here, we look like great people, or we think we're ungrateful set of people? Some of the things that we have sacrificed and we can do for this country, that a lot of you can do it. You're a ring. You don't even know how we can manage to be here, but you only hear us talking. What are we wet? What ain't happening to us? You don't care. There are only few folks in this country who understand, and people who know that we're not the kind of a person of people that you think just the odd get around with just like that. The first thing, I don't even eat much. So in our food business, the only thing you get morale on me.
You want that food?
Yeah.
It's already a weekend, so we'll put in one for that.
So sometimes, collectively, these people in their numbers, this is the disappointment that we say this morning. Opposition lawmakers, you able to go for them, but I really want you able.
Yeah.
It should be a shame. It just tells you how limited you are. You voted on-party mandate for people to go and change the situation, but you're not going for them. You're exempting them from the failure of the government. And you're looking for people who are advocating for you. But for me, I told you, I don't want me to brag. This not every weekend. I family time and go rest myself. So if you like, check my page, you'll see all my family time hotel picture. Like bag and ball. I don't waiting for my money. If you like it, you don't like it, that's it. That's why I go chill. And those that 5-star hotel, once in a lifetime before you have the opportunity for me, I can chill any hour I want chill there.
What kind of country here? Then you see the deception. Everybody want a country to develop, to be like others.
Yeah.
But the attitude of Liberia.
Look at our neighboring countries.
Don't even go there, my ambassador.
Eh? See how much people taking home as paycheck. We're talking about this budget over the projection. Why? Look at our disabled community. Representative Bernard Blue, in the budget, you don't even have anything there for artists, our musicians.
But see how much they put in the budget for entertainment for them.
Yeah, go and
more than 3 million
budget for entertainment. The speaker, the deputy speaker, the pro tem, the chief justice, go. But who are they entertaining? You're not even concerned and focusing and talking about some of these things. You're only concerned when you wake up in the morning. Your gas station up and sit down and cost people. You won't listen to it, but people who will sit down and refine. And I will say every day, the family I was born in, I mean put myself in it. Now God put me there. Upon historical family in Liberia, whether you like it or not, that means God myself there.
The country.
But you know, but when people are advocating for you people, they want to come in for all of you. Who just sit and don't even understand people and just say the worst about people. Yeah. When the police people go to red light, Douala and other places, motorcyclists, by the time they get problems, now yeah, they can run. The marketers, they will run here. Health worker get issue, they run here. When the police get a pay, they will tell us. Sometimes we call the OO and other people. But when they receive their money, they don't tell us.
And sometimes these matters are just simple, procedural issues. They don't follow the regular channel, the channel necessary to address these matters. But they come to behind the scene. We provide this education for them. Even the lawmakers that you stone the land to elect that you're not able to talk to. We are even helping a lot of them at the house. But you're not able to question them. Even this morning, let's say for the Honorable President Parker regime, they passed, let's say 2 years now, we're in the last month, right? When last have you people gathered as constituents of the district to go to your lawmaker and say, we want to see you today. You want to answer questions to us today. But we don't want to be asking questions. For what? Eh? What happened to the country? This country.
The Joe Bad people that say they're having election. Just the on Sunday, I was sitting with the district full lawmaker, got my walk. I took my exercise continuous daily from my house to his house for us to have. I mentioned that. You know that he had completed the payment for the entire election, but none of them coming back to us. But they were running, coming to us, telling us this.
You know what is wrong? When not happening, they get people to come to and tell. But when it's happening, they get nobody to tell. Yeah. Sometimes imagine, Ambassador, we sit on this platform after all of these hours talking, and you just want to walk, say somewhere to have something, you see group of people at the station, they won't talk to us. And we still have to give them ears. Some of you, even your children at your various houses, you even get the time to listen to them. You start yelling at them, you start whipping them. But all of the sacrifice you go through, because we look beyond what you see.
No, they don't even know.
You get affected by the day.
You know, you already think that we're superhuman? We're not. We're just like you.
Even the president, we lash at the president when he goes wrong. The unit part of the government, officials of the government, so when you can bear with them, we lash at them when they are wrong.
President Boga,
when the law is not being followed.
The last time we ever had a conversation, I told him, I said, Mr. President, I will not spare you when you go wrong. And he said, yes, I don't.
And you listen to the president recently, he told you, say, his government is not the wrong partisan level. So somebody was saying, we worry people water, we gotta get jobs. He said no. Because you see a lot of potential Liberian young people, no matter what sort of spectrum you are, when the need be, his appointing power comes to you, or your service to serve, he will give you the opportunity to serve. Some of you are sitting there, we walking people water.
Just the other day, I was in conversation with the Minister of Labor, Councilor Cooper Cran. And I told him, I said, but I'm getting this report that Southern Leader brought carpenter. They brought people who can cook. They brought people that can wash car. They brought people, I said, well, why is this happening? He said, I will investigate. I said, please do. Because these are jobs we expect Liberians to be doing. They just sit in their feet. You just talk things about people, like say you know them.
But Ambassador, even behind the scene, you know what I mean? Since we've been sitting in the studio behind this microphone, you know how many lawsuits have come against us? Only because we want to give information to you. You know how many court proceedings have come to our doors? But the only thing is, we trust our information.
And the other thing, I can't read it out, man.
We say exactly what the truth is.
Yeah, make it follow,
no, trust him. You can follow.
No, you make it follow.
The day you hear him call, know that you're following.
Yes.
That be true. So now we bring some information to you here. By the time we go outside and say, people come to you, they get court proceeding, they get the one, gotta go. They won't go through here. They won't be able to run away. No, we will not.
Let's say something. That is
no, let's say. I'm not letting anything go this month. On a serious note, you like it or not, you got something for me, God, I don't care about that. On a serious note, truth telling in this country has always become a problem.
Some of you, the president, I'm giving you things for us. You took it. You get all chicken change.
But it happened many times.
You think we know?
You see,
we
know.
Confronted the president about it.
We know.
And in the due course, the president will take action on some of you.
No, I let the president someday, the kind of personal issues, the day he happy when he with you, he can begin on you, boom, he begin to you as a shock. On a serious note. Look, some of you, the kind of opportunity we have here, some of you people, you're jumping all over the tallest building in this country, you're over the trees, you're in the water, you're doing everything. Misusing the opportunities. Yeah. But we don't go abusing this.
Okay, I'll take this one. This for my daughter again, speedy recovery. I love this song as well.
Yes, we are increasing the budget, but our challenges are also increasing. One thing that has increased materially is our debt service burden. It's increasing, it's galloping. Yes, we have a $1.2 billion budget, but I need to tell you, debt service is competing with two sectors, health and education combined. Health and education combined is taking $233 million of our budget, but debt service alone is taking $230 million. $230 million. As people may say, why do we have to pay our debt? The first claim on revenue according to the PFM law is debt service. If government does not pay its debt, the banking system here will be challenged and will cause instability. and the government doesn't pay its debt. Some of our partners from whom we get financing, including the World Bank, will sanction us. So, in fact, the obligation is even higher than 230. It's upwards of 300 million. We're trying to restructure. So, no, people don't talk much about debt, but debt is raveling 2 critical sectors. Imagine that. But, yes, we are increasing the budget. But our challenges are also increasing. One thing that has increased materially is our debt service burden. It's increasing, it's galloping. Yes, we have a $1.2 billion budget.
9 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation this morning as we look at our national budget, or we also look at some of the things that we said. Some of you, how do we unite ourselves when we just dividing ourselves on political line? We just look at people and just allow them to political party when these people are not even part and parcel of the party and all of these things. But you are not questioning your lawmakers, you're questioning us. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. The sheriffs.
Yeah, the sheriffs are here.
This is Kevin joining from the single bill.
You're welcome, Chief.
And let me say, I'm very, very deep thank you all of you. And God keep blessing you. You are in our life. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well. And at the part I always love to enjoy when say God bless you. Because that the only thing I know to carry me now that the grace.
The grace of God.
But let's be honest. Sometimes you work with people, respectfully, you even want to disagree with them. You gotta be rude. Let's talk to other callers you like.
Hello.
Good morning.
I'm Weekie.
Well, we can't complain about money over here. Okay. 0775-919-919-080-919-919 are the numbers you can call us to be part of the conversation this morning on this edition of the morning, right? And we certainly here. Let's talk to this caller. You're live.
Yeah, Weekie, good morning again.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Weekie, I told you the other day, and I always remind you, I said you will be dealing with us.
Yeah.
Day after you, I will tell you. You know your problem in the country? You have to put it on a room. If there's a room, a traditional room, everybody we come. But if you have a room, everybody put it on a room. But we come to this spot and we pretend that we love. Like, oh, they put on love us. What in the project? But we don't come up for.
Yeah.
I just put it on to be talking. Here's the other point that one look at them when I told sorry people, don't be 40% work for Philippines. All the day of Philippines, all the day of Philippines. Those Philippines, they don't come out. So that means that something when the government do wrong, talk about it. Say the point wrong, they do want to do that one. You say, oh, they get
yeah, but and at the end of the day, that one all want to benefit because they want to all right for all of us.
You see that? So I think what we're talking, that budget, can you imagine? They brought a budget to you. You don't make up. They put it before you. But yeah. That one want to achieve. A projection.
Yeah.
You may not reach it. You may be achieved.
They made them more concerned about what in the budget for them and what there for the people.
You are not making a negative budget in the hall.
The thing before you, street of nice A, you leave it, you go, you put it inside A. Yeah, then you say in opposition. No, but they're talking how much for EPS, how much for NSA, how much for the president. They get the power to say no, we'll cut this thing down here, we'll cut our own, but he ought to do it. Yeah, the thing that before them for them to shoot up nice A, they did it, they did a paper to go to different things, different era. Thank you. You like.
Yeah, good morning. We get
good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Estima, and I'm calling from the Red Belt. To the Lebron people, The only way the country is, for me, from my perspective, from where I've been thinking way back.
Some military beneath the toil.
No. We have to gain independent back.
From
they
where?
will just gain independent back this country here. How long before that? They will just be doing things the way they want to eat. They budget where they just pass. It's only for them.
No, them pass it here, they're looking at it. They say.
They're looking at it, but they're looking at it, they're looking at it for themselves. They're not for the different people. The governor, that will model that will rally model back. What we getting, what is benefit? We're not getting nothing.
Okay. Your union too, you have to ask them too. Because they're collecting fees from you people in this show. You're supposed to do something about you people. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Weekie, and good morning, Kool.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the talking point. The second talking point. The thing will make concern, we create and transform for a way of another stage to state. Thank you, brother, for the talking point. You know, sometimes we depend for ourselves in the country because those people that we can vote for already know they have no interest in us. Number one, that we enter in our state.
Let me die your hand.
I just feel for that. I'm telling you very true. If I was very proud of speaking, I just do it now. Speaking. So they have no interest. In that part, I ain't know what to tell me. When I see him one to one, the thing I was telling you.
And you said the next time you see that man dying in traffic, you hit him?
I mean, you get out of the traffic because I was running.
Thank you.
It still how they both feel about it.
Yes, you know.
You know,
and sometimes you hear these people expressing these things, you take it for a joke, but they feel the pain when they see themselves, you know, and this is the painful part of it, because you got your candidate, you sell from your party line or independent or probably you're not even from a party, but you have been able to understand that this person is ably represent. Once you see this person, you can vote for it. But they get so disappointed when they get there, it's just about themselves. Your life.
Yeah, thank you for the show once again. This is Abraham Kool calling from City View Community.
You're welcome, Chief.
You were saying something concerning about people that will come to you and say, oh, the radio station, and say, oh, we are not taking pay, SYC. At the end of the day, when you push them for them, they can come back there to tell you thank you. Similar thing that happened in my community, I said I co-chair within a community. Real large project team.
Yeah.
People say, oh, up to now we can't get our money, co-chair, nothing is going on. I say, you're very patient, it will come. When it came, I only holding now at home.
So you left in a show. You died in a show.
I left in a show. I holding at home. You know, like friends, we are wicked to ourselves. We don't know what we want. When you do wicked, you can be wicked to your very self. The issue of the budget pronouncement, then people dancing. That pronouncement, that lawmaker coming to generate that budget. And
the budget we that can generate that the money enough to pay them. That ballot, that ballot, they can generate damn for the country, but they get there to consume.
My brother came and small car here, I rode on a racing car parking again. And now I'm looking for money to go raise up to buy that budget. I need to pay him. You understand? So they don't know, where the money coming from. It's coming from you and myself. It's coming from the commoners. So they're going to just be celebrating is the first or it can what the economic benefit for you in the
We did the same thing years back. We said for the first time we went to 800 million plus. So at the end of the day, we saw people protesting for salary. Today, now they're telling us $1.2 billion. Then people celebrating. We're all seeing it.
You have to stop crying. When you hear that kind of budget, it's supposed to tax you every year. I'm telling you that for you to celebrate because you will pay and even the inspection, traffic inspection. It will be day and night. People will be on that shit, people will be on Monday. So they should be aware. Day shit and that shit. Because it can generate it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to Good morning.
Yeah. We did this about that. Thank you for the ongoing show. Oh, let me do something to your attention. But we did more. The crowd of the year, you're not going to stay well. No, that one, you apply with it. Every day, people will care for from abandoned district. They are the very one. Because they don't stay in their bed.
Yeah. They can truck them.
Thank you.
Then they allow somebody that will not do anything for the district to be elected. Then when they come back, then they say abandon, unrepresented, and all of these things.
So tell me, if they take it abandoned, have been there, and yes, of them, they say it's abandoned. You within that name, and the men want all the candidates like before a meeting. And the second time, there's the end of that.
Yeah, they made second term.
Okay. So the third time coming again. You tell me about it. Yeah, I mean, I'll go over there. So it's like people can do it. Every day, I organize this thing. Disorganize this thing.
No, but I contemplating either to unseat him by myself.
Amen.
Yeah. No, I'm not joking, though. I see what I'm telling you now. Good morning. I want to change my voice from setting anger. You live.
My name is Elijah Lawrence, but I'm calling from Ezekiel 6.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the issue of people coming back to appreciate you. You know, in life, there are certain people in life, even if you lay your life down for, they will not come back to appreciate you.
Sure. They generally 12 airports.
Yes.
No one came back.
And for this 6. Our representative or very earnest here. I don't even know which of what to do. Just strap that man. Seriously.
Man, okay, I'm here.
No, seriously. Like when people ask was it all people who voted? I mean, you voted the person based on school and hospital. What are the issue? What are the men doing in this issue that people have seen and voted?
And I'm free.
Yeah, then even when for that time, what the man built there one bridge, one small bridge that inside when they passed on. Oh. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the truth.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers live.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie.
Yes.
And Nathaniel.
Speak to your lawmakers, speak to the budget, and speak to other issues that we discuss.
That's what the model cannot dispute the university in the border family.
Is it what?
This one must say, Lord. Is that?
That's what even the panel water factory, Tama water factory, GSD road, the big side.
Okay.
Yeah, concerning the budget, our most priority in the country here is our lawmaker. You can get my own community, but the only role they're playing there is consumption. So people are, to achieve the 1.2 billion budget, for me, from my point, that will reduce the lawmaker, the salary, the cap, anything.
That thing is by law. That they themselves can do it. So it's a daunting tax. It's going to be difficult for them to look at themselves and say, let's bring it to this level. Because some of the colleagues have proposed that, according to Senator DeLeon, they got some of these things on the floor. But who wants to say I will support it? But thank you. Yeah, if you find the broadcast this morning, you can also win some cash prize for yourself and cell phone this morning. You got *799 *11 hash, $100 or 70 cents US to play. Play 2-3 times. Just mean I'll call somebody to win 4,000 and something next. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Sorry, I have to cut you off because I got Honorable John Smart on the line this morning. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Weekie. Good morning. I'm compelled to call this morning. My name is John Smith. Because of the last caller's input, which I always state, that in order for us to progress, we have to make sacrifice. And lawmakers must be the first to sacrifice because they are the direct representatives of the people. They are our deputies. Now, if, like you say, it's a daunting task, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, sure.
Lawmakers' salaries and benefits must be reduced. Now, we the people, power is inherent in us. For those who will not reduce it, we don't re-elect them. And if they see that the people are serious, they will live according to that which the people want. Because they're supposed to be having town hall meetings, coming back to us. But they don't come back to us when they get money. They say they want to build one bridge here, they want to build one road here. That is not your job. Put the money in the budget for public works to be able to build a road.
Put the money in the budget for LEC to be able to bring the lights. Why must you manage people's lives? Yet today people crying disrespect. Really Enders built his school, he built a hospital. People saw it as magnanimous. They saw it as being gracious. And they voted for him because of those things. Today, they are the same people crying. At the end of the day, the schools are not for you, the hospital are not for you.
Sure.
It's not for university for the government. No, it's a private university. African Dream. It's a private school. We need to wake up, fight for ourselves. Those people are only there to fight for themselves. So we need to fight for ourselves, Liberian. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mr. Smart, for being part of the conversation this morning. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to cut you off, but go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. Look, I'm air condition number 5. Oh, I was wrong looking the off.
You're still there all again?
The budget, Weekie, I think to the you see the budget.
They want they long up. I don't know today or birthday or yesterday. I put the screen there on, huh?
Oh, we are in perpetual darkness. And we are turning from her because she didn't go with nothing. We voted her on one issue.
And she according to you, she came with nothing and she going with something. And you have decided to take her off.
Thank you. So she going with pension salary. She going with all her work. And this time around, we'll not be giving for 18 years, giving you 6 years. So until we get on the rest, we'll be giving 6 years. So even if you come for help, you come in your body phone, we will try you. So this time around, we're not prepared to go 18 years.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I missed. Yes. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Johnson.
Yes. My name is Ruben C. Johnson, Wild Condition number 5. I just want to ask the share of football that she got somebody to contest with. Only for now.
Who the president?
You about that. Ruben C. Johnson will be contesting for going on.
Okay, oh, reach there. I don't know, cousin. Well, I saw the man.
You your cousin?
Hey, breakfast came soon this morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie.
Good morning, sir.
What is it? I think the topic of our discussion immediately when it comes to the lawmaker.
Yeah.
We as a great people, you know, I can think I don't know what happening to us. We complain that these people money. But then we want to surrender now. Yeah. So that
Your line down.
There is a line in the Constitution that gives them the right to collect all the money and get make it. What? Let there be a change in that line.
Sorry, your line, you're on a very bad line, but I hope you can call back or you change your location. But 0775 919 919 080 are the numbers you can call us on to be part of the conversation this wonderful, wonderful morning on this edition of the Morning Ride, folks. Call us on 0775 919 919. Let me talk to this caller. You're live.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Amanda, and I'm calling from Peace Island.
You're welcome. Please go ahead.
Oh, you know, in the 14 one really making the people that crazy what they see when start coming in, who people are anything anyway. But that is about the company they represent, and that is for all of the years, 4 years. So if you're going to do something, when you're ready to end, we say, yeah, our time coming in, we do something cool. But it says there, like making it to be doing all of the things about it, so it says a very long, so because they already get wow. And why is people doing all these things?
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to our callers. You're live.
Yeah, good morning,
Good morning, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you so much for this talk show this morning. Many times, you know, when you get this kind of a talk show, people feel that the representatives, the senators are ready or the problem. Maybe I may have one different opinion on that. The fact remains that the Liberian citizens, they voted We are the problem. We elect these people. After we have told them that we are educated, we are learned people, we can read between the lines. We are the problem, my brother. The fact remains that many of us go to school, we read but we can't comprehend. We have been born for this something. We sell our birthright. So, I beg you, we come back to now the country have an estimated assumption of 1.2 billion. Yeah. Good. Firstly, we agree that the House of Senate, the House of Parliament, the entire House of Parliament, 103 representing the nation, their salary should be cut down. We agree. But what means? We have other institutions that are in this country that are supposed to subsidize the country's budget. We go to ABC. ABC is charging for a meter, $300 United States dollars. Where the money goes? Who benefits from this money? More besides the recharging. When the people get in the community, you notice that majority of the communities, many of the people that don't have meters, they are being failed or feeding on other people's meters. How can that work? How do you expect this country to grow? We go to LPRC. These people, we don't want to know what they generate money. Yes, it is bounding on them to tell us that they make money and this money should go to the government budget to be able to subsidize some of the shortcuts. And government will not be able to handle. But then you're making the money, then now you're telling us that you can't help the government. So the government have two things to do. This is my suggestion. All of these institutions, the government should have a monitoring team there. Tell them the kind of a budget that they need to get, what would be their compensation to the government budget, and they should calculate their salary. Let them tell them how much an individual needs to be paid based on your educational level. If you are not educated, we agree. And these taxes are supposed to be extracted to be going to our government revenue.
Okay.
Let there be check and balance.
Okay. Thank you. Let's talk to our callers on the line. Good morning.
Yellow, the subscriber you are trying to reach is.
I don't want to be seeing you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, I just want to speaking on social media.
Go ahead.
Yeah, first start once again, I make sure that the mic district for my account with the people inside the street in the city.
Okay. And who's the lawmaker then?
He is Honorable Natl.
Okay.
We are the person here where the people who are there for me on the wall are not having no interest with me. So when the police not there, the only thing that people can say when you say, but the woman said that what she did, he said the woman can give up food. I said, but look at what you say. If people impregnated their women again, they abandoned them. When you go to her, she gave them food. She gave her so that the tangible development that she's doing is really material. They can say, not fair for all people that are helping more. I said, but when it comes to labyrinth, people just take it to be elected because they hold them back as stomach. Because they don't get sense. Because if someone comes, she is a foreigner, the reason that you have put her off for Christianity were at that time, they were working and then they were taking $1 billion and you know what I was about to draw for the election. I really let a woman there. What he said. So if you can, we see how to go in the synagogue or in digital material. When she can,
okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please go ahead. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is John Scale Berkeley from calling for every housing community for IO from the state. Let me tell you fast with this. Let me just stand there and representing Endo is doing exceptionally well in the district. I gave you those tangible. You see the General Hospital, they are about representing Endo within the district. You know how many lives the hospital said a day? From 0 to 7 years for each. It's free.
free of charge. See the technical vocational institution has a potential transition or transforming life of people within this country. See the academic school. That's not a responsibility, but he is doing it because he being a patriot. Don't want to fair fabric. But I being a patriot, look at all of those he's doing within the dish. I cannot look at those and play blind eye. You know how many persons learning from a technical vocational institution who are now becoming men and women of the
But Joe, on the other end, the folks of the district see that as a personal investment. As a personal investment in the district. What does the district own?
Okay, that's his personal investment. And so he subtract his personal investment. Can the government, the two public schools within the district, can accommodate all those within that district?
Why not he in a position should be able to have a school for the district that will complement government efforts?
Thank you. We have to go
instead of a personal investment, because he's there for the people and their money is given for the district.
Certainly have to go home. Many thanks to all of you for joining the conversation. And I'm Ambassador Weekie Brooklyn Brooks.
And I'm Nathaniel Va. Check it out.
Many thanks to Sakana, who's our control and producer of the videos and songs. We talk to you on tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.
It reflects progress, and that is more persons living with HIV are alive today because treatment is working. Fewer people are dying because our health system is improving. More people know that